Hey everybody, what's up? What's going on? So today we're going to be doing our Basketball Wives recap. We're almost at the end. Actually, this is the final episode, and then we have the reunion episodes, which are always pretty spicy. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Evelyn and Kirsten, they meet with Jennifer. As we all know, nobody really wanted Jennifer to come on the trip because she's so problematic, and they just wanted to kind of have like a Zen trip. But Evelyn felt like it was a good idea because they can kind of all just release all their frustrations, get everything out in Amsterdam, and I guess go back home and everything would be nice and good. But unfortunately, that plan actually backfired on her ass. Shaunie, she wasn't really trying to entertain everything. She was just kind of like putting her back to Jennifer when they all ended up meeting up, which was kind of like they were bamboozled because the only one that really knew that Jennifer was coming was Shaunie because Evelyn had told her. So when everybody else came through, they just like, what the hell is Scott doing here? You know, they was just kind of like looking at her like, what the hell's going on? Like, what's up with this? You know, they was giving her that side eye. And Shaunie just kind of turned her back. Like, I don't even want to be in her presence. Malaysia was just straight up being real. She's just like, I'm not going to sit here and be fake and phony and have drinks with her. I'm not about to do that. Malaysia, she addressed Jennifer and she just tried to deflect from the situation and just kind of say that Tami was the person that did everything and just kind of make it seem like she had nothing to do with anything, even though everybody done seen the receipts, they saw the text messages. So it's like, how you still trying to throw it off? Like, yeah, Tami was messy for putting it out there because nobody really needed to bring it up. It was already dead and buried. But at the end of the day, just own your shit and then move on. I think they would have respected her more if she would have just been like, yeah, I said that, but it was at a time when I was really upset, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Malaysia's like, yo, you're not a genuine friend. And she was really trying to be a genuine friend to her, but she found out that she was being manipulated and played. So that's why she feels, I guess she kind of feels stupid and she kind of feels hurt. It's a few different things that she feels. So she was just like over the whole situation. And she was like, oh, but you even talk about your own close friend. Like you said crazy things about her. And then Malaysia, she was like ready to spill all the tea. Jennifer's looking like, what are you talking about? I never said anything. I'm just looking at her like, girl, just give it up already. Like it's already out there. Just say what you got to say. She was like, so you're going to tell me right now, do you want me to say it? Like she was trying to hold back. She looked like, she was like, because she's kind of like me in the sense that if somebody tells you something, unless it's something like, it's just like, oh, I'm having a baby, or, you know, something where it's not that serious, where, oh, I got a promotion or something like that, that you can tell other people, then you'll say it. But for me, I'm the type that if it's something that's serious, you slept with somebody's man, you know, you went and you freaking had a menage out there, or, you know, you did something crazy or whatever it is, and you tell me, you confide in me, you feel like you're okay enough to tell me something deep and dark like that, I'm like, hold that joint to the grave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to go talking about you. No, because you're an actual friend. That's why you felt like you could tell me something like that. So that's the way that it sounds like Malaysia is, and it seems like she is. And she was like, should I say it? You know, she even asked Evelyn, like, should I say it? And she was like, yeah, go ahead and say it. So she was respectful enough to take her to the side. Although it's like, damn, it's still got to be put out there to the world because the cameras are filming. I think that's another reason why she kind of asked Evelyn before she said anything. And even when she told Evelyn the situation, I feel like she was still trying to be tactful about it and empathetic as well, because she was kind of like, she said that your daughter is you know, and she didn't want to say the exact words, and she said what Jackie said, you know, she said it without really like putting it all out there. And she was like, your roommate, she said that you had a roommate and your roommate was the one that was giving her a lot of the information and this and that. So it's like, and they came back to the table. Evelyn tried to ask her as a friend, did you say anything about my daughter? She's like, no, I love Shaunie. I would never say anything about your daughter. And Malaysia's just getting more and more upset because now you're telling her that she's a liar. I'm one of those people, yo, I go hard for my word. Like, you cannot call me a liar without me, especially if it's something that I believe in, something that I know there's no ifs, ands, or buts where I'm wrong or that I'm lying about. I will go off. Like, I've had these moments. I haven't thrown any tables, but I've come pretty close. I've thrown like bottles, and I've thrown, but this is back in my young crazy days. I've thrown glass at people. I remember I did that. That was crazy. Like I threw a glass. I was like, ah. I'm getting flashbacks of my crazy moments. I'm so happy that I'm so changed. Well, not even that I'm changed, but I haven't had to deal with being put into those types of predicaments or those types of situations where I had to become that person again. I try my best and darndest to stay the person that I am, the happy, giggly person that doesn't have to become that. So she was just getting more and more fumed and fueled up. And she was just like, you keep on lying. You're lying. How you going to say that you didn't do it? And she just ends up like trying to fight her. And it's like the security starts like, they were staying away for a while. They didn't come until the last minute when the girl literally took up the table and flinged it. Like she really flinged it. It wasn't like no ifs, ands, or buts. Oh, I think she flung it. No, she flung it and it dropped super close to Jennifer. Like one of the security guards came trying to like intercept it real quick. Yeah, you did a bad job. But luckily it didn't hit Jennifer. Jennifer's all trying to act like she bowed it, like, oh, ain't nobody scared of LaQuisha from Compton. Ain't nobody scared. I'm not about to be fighting, but if you want to fight, we could do it. Like, girl, we all know you a cop caller. You ain't trying to be fighting nobody out in the streets because you already know that Malaysia will tear you up and lay you out. You're not a fighter. If you could not fight Evelyn and Malaysia, I feel like they're probably the same crazy category. You know, New York, we crazy. And Compton, I heard they pretty crazy too. So, you know, that's two crazy places. I think Detroit is pretty crazy too, right? Chi-Town or something. I heard that that's like another crazy place. But, you know, those two, I feel like if you couldn't fight Evelyn, you damn sure ain't gonna fight Malaysia. Malaysia done put on a few pounds. That girl is thick. I mean, we even saw a little bit of her booty when she was like throwing up the table. Did y'all see that? Because I saw it. I saw it on the commercial that started again. I was like, wait, her butt's out. I'm like, them people that was sitting down, they sure had a nice little treat. They probably like, wow, are these people from America? They giving Americans a bad name. So she's just like, going off. She really wanted to fight her so badly. Finally, Kirsten did something good, kind of stepped up and was like, all right, please just look at me, focus. She kind of brought her back down, took her over to the side because if she didn't, I think it would have been really bad for Jennifer. So she kind of calmed her down, took her to the side, allowed her to breathe, refocus, regain her energy, and just kind of get back into a good headspace. Because at the end of the day, why are you trying to, you don't need to be going to the penitentiary. You know what I mean? Like, you're on a different level right now. You don't need to be doing that, especially not in a foreign country. You don't even know what their laws is like out there. Malaysia was just kind of like, how she spoke to Evelyn and told her, well, how is it that I would know all that stuff about the whole roommate situation if she didn't tell me? I don't know your business, you know? And that's kind of like a eye opener right there. Like, damn, she's kind of right. Shaunie also approaches the situation because it was just Evelyn and Jennifer talking, and she saw how Jennifer was trying to finesse her. She's just like, Jennifer, you need to own up to your stuff and just kind of let her know what it is. And she's like, Evelyn's like, has Shaunie, has Jennifer ever said anything about me or my parenting skills, my daughter, any of that? And she was just like, yeah, she has. And she was like, look at me. I never have ever lied to you. I've never, you know, and I think that Shaunie's another one that kind of prides herself on telling the truth, even though she can be a little like messy, just a little bit. I feel like she tries to keep it like boss status, you know, because she doesn't want to like ruin her brand, ruin her name and stuff like that. So she tries to stay out of the drama and let all the other girls do the craziness to keep the show running. I felt like, so she kind of gave her the opportunity there. She was like, Jennifer, why don't you kind of just open up and tell her the things that you said? And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, she looked like, once again, she straight up had amnesia. She doesn't know. I would never do anything. I swear on my mother that I didn't. She's like, you swear on your mother? And she like super paused and hesitated at that moment. So that was a good indication that you're lying right there. You know what I mean? So Shaunie's just like, you know, I try to stay out of the drama. Evelyn was like literally pleading with her in tears, bawling out because she's like, she wants to find out what it is that she said about her. You see Evelyn start taking off her freaking earrings. I'm like, oh gosh, we going back to the old days. What's about to happen, girl? What you about to do? After pleading several times, Shaunie was like, yeah, she has spoken to her about certain things. And she said something along the lines that, because Jennifer said, oh, I forgot what she said. She said that she said something about Shaunie's, but it was nowhere near anything that Shaunie said that she heard. So it was like, what are you even talking about? Like right now you're just randomly making something up. She was like, one of the things that I did hear was that you just be doing your own thing in Miami, and Shaunie is the one that has to literally write the checks and pay all the bills and things like that. And, you know, for Evelyn to hear that, I really feel like that was another thing that was like boomed for her, because even if it is true or not, it's like, how would anybody know that unless somebody close to her was the one who spilled the beans? So that was one thing right there. And she's like, this girl has known my daughter since she was 6 years old. The two of them, I guess Jennifer and Evelyn both got baptized together or something like that. And she tells her daughter that she loves her and all these things. And it's just kind of seeming fake and phony. And Evelyn's like, regardless to anything, the things that I said about her were nothing in comparison to talking about my family and people that you say you care so much about. So that definitely does stab at your heart. And that could be, for me, that would be warrant to cut somebody completely off. Like, Malaysia looks like she's completely done with her. Like, she's dead to her and invisible. Just done. KO. And I'm feeling like Evelyn might get to that same point now that she's really seeing her for what she really is. After that, she just kind of walked away from her. Didn't even want to acknowledge her existence or anything that she was saying. It was just like, she gave you so many opportunities to kind of reveal what it was, and you kept on kind of going around, beating around the bush. Shaunie's was just like, I swear on my kids, and I've never lied to you, and kind of left it at that. And she was just like, you're a lying bitch to Jennifer. And I was like, oh, checkmate. Point served. Jennifer has a little conversation with Kirsten. I'm like, oh, Kirsten, here we go again. Like, I was really like annoyed by this, but then as the conversation kind of progressed, I was a little more pleased with her, because as she was talking to Jennifer, Jennifer was kind of saying how she feels like Malaysia went off for no reason, and Kirsten was just kind of acknowledging what she was saying, but not necessarily going along with it. She was just like, But you could see her face looked really skeptical, because at the end of the day, I feel like Kirsten, even though she shitted on the other girl, Cece, even though she shitted on her, and I feel like she was a bad family friend, everything to her, even though she knew her for so long, I feel like she kind of turned on her to be in the circle. I do feel now she kind of sees like Jennifer is not really in the in crowd. If anything, you should stay with Evelyn. And I guess because Evelyn is parting ways with her, is no reason to really be friends with her, because nobody likes her right now. Also, I feel like she sees that Jennifer's expendable. Malaysia has more. She's the person that could get her kicked off the show. Okay? Like, Malaysia has some time there. Even though Malaysia almost got kicked off last season, I feel like, you know, she knows Malaysia's probably the person that recommended her at the end of the day. So just like how you can give that recommendation, you can also receipt it, and you could just be sitting at home taking care of your kids. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's another thing as well. So of course you're going to go with that person over this person that's pretty much trash on the show right now, and might not even be there the next season. Unless they need a new punching bag again next season. So I don't know, but she done messed with Shaunie, so I don't know how cool that little thing's gonna be, or she going to be coming back now, because you know how it tends to be when Shaunie don't like somebody. So yeah, she was just like, and then Jennifer was like, she never had any conversation with Malaysia. So Kirsten's just like, well, you know, so she was like, so you're saying that she's not honest, she's not telling the truth? And she's just like, well, I never had any conversation like that with her. And she was like, but you know, I've really known Malaysia for a long time, and at some point you kind of have to take responsibility for your actions. I was like, boom, here we go again, checkmate. Because, you know, that's really telling her like, yeah, you're saying this and you're saying that, but at the end of the day, I know my family member. I know this person for how many years, and I know that they don't lie. I know that they pride themselves in telling the truth, and she wouldn't bring up these things unless it was true. So yeah, I'm not really with that, and yeah, I'm gonna choose her side over yours. You know, so hopefully now that can help her once they off the cameras. Maybe her and Cece can get things back up and running, because now she's not around Jennifer. She's not trying to please Jennifer, be cool with her, none of that stuff. She don't got nobody to go back and forth with. So maybe they can reconnect and stuff like that. But that was pretty much the episode, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. And we'll be back next week for the reunion. See you on the next one.